Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So here I am today with another video with respect to cost of living part 2 in Malaysia. This video is divided into 4 categories. One is the transportation, second is the grocery, third is the food and drinks, and fourth is the miscellaneous. So stay tuned. Let's talk about the cost of transportation. So, since there are the main modes of transport in peninsular Malaysia, that includes the buses, trains, car, motorcycles, and to an extent, a commercial travel on airplanes. All right. So, the official airline of Malaysia is the Malaysia Airlines, that is providing the international domestic air services alongside two other carriers. All right. So there is this railway system, which is the state run, and that covers a total of 1,849 kilometers. And popular within the cities, the commutation modes are the commuter rail and the rapid transit, which reduces the traffic load on other systems and is considered to be a safe, comfortable, and reliable. So when we're talking about transportation within the cities, so it could be done in two ways. That is via private vehicle or the public transport. Since many of the people in Malaysia are using the public transport, so I would tell you the three categories that comes under it. So number one is the metro, number two is buses, and third is the taxis. Okay, so first we'll talk about the metro. So in Malaysia, there are two types of metro: subway outside the city, that is in fact called as the KTM, and the metros into the cities, that is the electric and the air train, which is called as monorail, and the rapid LRT and the MRT. And the KTM cost for a route approximately 15 kilometers is about 3 ringgits, and the cost of electric trains for the route 15 kilometers is almost 4 ringgits. Now, the number two category is the bus. So, one of the most important public transport, that is, or you can say it is the more popular in Malaysia, the transportation is via the buses. Okay, so many of the people are using buses in Malaysia. So, the cost of buses in Malaysia is much lower than the cost of subway and the taxis. So, roughly the cost of tickets for the 15-kilometer route in Malaysia is 1 ringgit. So lastly, we'll talk about the taxi. So taxi in the Malaysia is one of the most expensive vehicle. For example, for 15-kilometer route by a taxi, you have to pay around 13 ringgits up to 18 ringgits. And it is suggested that you use the taxi only when it is necessary. So guys, you must be seeing on your screen, I have distributed the transportation into one-way ticket, monthly pass, taxis, gas, which is also called the petrol, or if you're having a new equivalent new car or something like that. So yeah, I've mentioned the ranges in that. So guys, let's talk about the grocery shopping. Since there are many of online stores available in Malaysia, but my favorite one is the Jaya Grocer. Why? Because it has all the products that are really required for the home or to cook. Okay, just like the fresh vegetables, fresh fruits, frozen food, food essentials, bakery items, beverages, baby care products, personal and household products, and of course they have the pet shop as well. Okay, but nevertheless there are different sites which has these particular items as well, just like Happy Fresh, My Grocer, and Tesco. But usually I buy it from the Jaya Grocer. Apart from this, there are some Indian stuff which as an Indian we really like to have in our home, just like papad, pickles, namkeens, and other Indian snacks. And where you can get it from, there are different sites available for that as well, which is must be coming on your screen. Okay, you can buy it from there, but my favorite one is from where I'm most of the time I order the stuff is the Minimart. So it is the application you can download from the Google app or the App Store. Okay, and then over there you can select the particular store which from where you wanted to buy the those stuff like pickles and namkeens and papad or the Indian masalas. Okay, so yeah, if you're really interested in that, I can make another video wherein I can show you the Minimart and the other Indian stores websites and the stuff which you can get from those particular websites. Just let me know in the comment box. As on the screen you can see the distribution chart. Okay, so this is the price range, basically the minimum to maximum. Okay, so the total amount that you could spend for the grocery would be 550 ringgits minimum in Malaysia, and it could range also up to 750 and above. All right, so there are some months, or I could say there are a couple of months wherein I would spend almost 1000 ringgit as well, because that time there was a Diwali and some festives going on and my family was over here. But for two people, I think this is the price range that could exist for a month. Though the first thing any immigrant in Malaysia mention when talking about the advantages is the food. Not only it is cheap, sometimes it is just the buck or two for a tasty noodle or rice dish at the street stall, but it is varied and delicious as well. In this country, we have three distinct cultures and cuisines in the mix before you even get to the foreign trends. The ethnic Muslim Malays have their own cuisine, which is based on local ingredients. And in some places in the western, more urban half of the country, half the population may be the ethnic Chinese, which means a whole range of dishes that originated in China. And the large population is of the Indian in many parts of the country. So you could have the dim sum for the breakfast, a vegetarian thali spread for lunch, and the chicken stay with peanut sauce followed by a nasi goreng for dinner. You can see on the screen I have mentioned the distribution among the meals in the inexpensive restaurants, mid-range, and at the MACD. What would be the cost for the domestic beer, the imported beers, cappuccino, coke, water, like that. So the last category is the miscellaneous, which is divided into five parts. Number one is the sports. All right. So the sports could be your tennis club, or maybe the golf, or maybe the football club. Okay, which you have joined, and maybe a monthly or on the weekends, or maybe a weekly charges. Okay. So for the 1 hour Saturday Sunday class, the range could vary from 10 to 40. All right. So the second category under this is the cinema. So for the cinema, you can see on your screen that the charges are between 12 ringgits up to 20 for one seat, and it could range more than that as well. Okay. So the third one is the fitness club. That could be your gym. Okay. So that you may pay monthly or maybe the yearly, but I have mentioned the monthly charges over here. So it could range between 60 up to 250 for one adult, and the range could vary depending on which location you are living in. All right. So the next category under this is the shopping. Of course, everyone will shop, and for the monthly, I've mentioned certain range. Okay, it could vary as well depending on how much shopaholic you are, but the minimum I would say it would range between 100 up to 350. Okay, so the last one is the child care. It could be your preschool or the international school. All right, so it would range between 350 up to 60,000 ringgits, but this is the yearly. All right, so don't worry about it. I've just mentioned the yearly charges for this particular category. All right, so here is the exclusive monthly distribution chart for you guys, wherein I've mentioned all the categories that were present in part 1 and part 2 of cost of living video. All right, so you can check it out, and also the total amount could vary that is present in the distribution chart because of the following reason: one, number of family members; two, at what place you are living in Malaysia; third, as an individual, how much you are actually paying for different things like sports, fitness club, preschool, international schools, and many more. Hey guys, in the end, I just wanted to say that if you found this video useful and informative, then please hit the like button, share this video with your family and friends, and also subscribe to my channel so that it will keep us motivated to make such interesting and informative videos for you guys. Till then, take care. Goodbye.